once told me the world is gonna roll me. I ain't the sharpest tool in the shed. She was looking kind of dumb with her finger and her thumb and the shape of an L on her forehead. Well, the years start coming and they don't stop coming. Fed to the rules and I hit the ground running. Didn't make sense not to live for fun. Your brain gets smart but your head gets dumb. So much to do, so much to see. So what's wrong with thinking the back streets? You'll never know if you don't go. You'll never shine if you don't glow. Hey now, you're an all-star. Get your game on, go play. Hey now, you're a rock star. Get the show on, get paid. Only shooting stars break the mold. You'll never know if you don't go. You'll never shine if you don't glow. Hey now, you're an all-star. Get your game on, go.
Okay,
play.
gamer.
Hey now, you're a rock star. Get the show on,
Alright.
get paid.
Welcome to Babyfurcast. I'm your host tonight, Tyler, and I'm here with. That's your cue.
Hi, I'm Oddity0DD2Y. There's more letters than that, whatever.
Yeah, you can see, alright.
Excuse me.
Yeah,
And
you're
then do you
excused.
want
Now
the
introduce
second
yourself.
And number 2,
I-
the second one.
I'm Wood, I'm number 3, I guess. I coughed really loud. DG, edit that out.
Did you
Edit the
that
cough
back in?
out.
Edit out the fucking white space.
Okay, I'm Hey Peter. I'm new to this podcast. I'm gonna
Please.
tell some crazy shit this episode.
Is this your
Welcome
first
to
episode?
Peter.
Yep.
Yes, it's Peter's first episode. He's
Jesus Christ.
Just like our friend Hal. Speak, idiot.
Hal isn't in this episode,
Hello.
retard.
They're in the background. They deserve to be acknowledged and made uncomfortable. Fuck them. They
Alright.
decided to come here. Anyway, so our first topic for tonight: Jesus. Was he a black man? Did he have the N-word pass?
I can't
Let's
believe this is the
discuss.
first episode we're starting on.
Yes, it's perfect. I
Well-
know. Let's discuss.
I think
I
there's a debate
personally-
to be had here.
It is okay. Who thinks Jesus is black? I do.
I don't think black
I
is
don't
an
think
apt
he
way
was-
to say it.
Not black.
Yeah, he was
but,
not
like,
African, but he was definitely dark
he
of
was
complexion.
darker than white.
He was Hebrew, certainly.
This isn't really
Yeah.
that much of a debate, really. Just
Yeah.
look at where he's
But the person
fucking
asking
from.
the debate
Look
is
on a
fucking
map.
Idiot. Yes, it is.
Wait, what'd you call me?
A fucking idiot.
You know what? That's fair, but fuck you.
Simply put, look on a map. Wow, I wonder what people from that part of the map look
Telling me
like.
someone from the Middle
Wow.
East is
Fucking
Fucking
Dark
Ewan McGregor,
dark-skinned?
that's Jesus. Fuck.
Pretty fucking shocked.
But
Okay.
fucking-
Someone post an image
but-
of Ewan McGregor for
but,
DG.
like, my whole fucking point here is like all these fucking Christians would lose their shit if you told them Jesus was a fucking darker skinned man. Like,
Yeah,
they
What,
would-
what fucking
Wait,
Bible
wait,
I,
wait,
belt
think
wait,
we
bullshit?
have to
all
blame
these southern
Europe for that
Christians.
because
Wait,
when
Tyler,
they got a
Tyler,
hold of
sorry.
Christianity,
What?
they kind of painted him and represented him as Caucasian to appeal to the white people of Europe. And then
This is,
that
in
got
fact-
brought over to America.
This is, in fact, like the way that Christianity spreads is typically by adapting its message and its themes and its aesthetics to the parts of the culture.
Yeah.
Part of the reason why there are so many weird quirks with every regional part of Christianity, especially Catholicism, is that usually whenever it enters into an area, it immediately starts by absorbing basically the tropes and traditions of the land and sort of integrating them into this version of mythology. It's why there are so many goddamn saints.
Right, like a fucking Buddha. Like in India, he's
Sure.
a very skinny, emaciated Indian man.
Just like
And then you
Gandhi.
move like fucking China, he's very fat and has big earlobes.
Just like the Prime
Okay,
Minister.
so why are we even fucking talking about this? This is all common
Okay,
knowledge. We all know
I'm just
it.
thinking about how
Not
these
for Americans.
Educate our
fucking,
viewers.
fucking Christian Southern dudes to realize, oh fuck, Jesus wasn't actually white. What the fuck? Like, if they
Well,
saw it,
okay.
they have it, they push past. I'm like, where's Jesus? Move it.
Thank
Look,
you, the amazing atheist. I wouldn't have guessed.
Dunking on the
I-
evangelical South is, not gonna lie, kind of like the
Christian
the bottom
bad, Christian
shelf.
bad. I'm part of reddit.com/r/
it's the bottom
atheism.
shelf thing, you know. It's like it's really easy to dunk on Southern evangelicals. They don't
Ain't no
really
something
bother
about
to make
bottom
themselves
shelf.
look good.
Yeah. Okay.
Look, we're gonna
next
have the
topic,
waifu cast
then.
later.
Okay. What
What's
do you
our
guys?
next topic?
What do you guys always do as children on Christmas Eve or whatever you fucking freaks celebrate?
Maya, may I
Take
interject
a
first?
shit, eat food.
Interject, boy.
All right, I have just a short. It's not really a story, just a explanation.
tale.
We'll call it. Let's talk
Tale,
about
yes.
motherfucking Santa.
Father Christmas, yes.
So,
Yes, Mr.
real quick
Christmas.
around the board, do you guys believe in Santa anymore?
What-
Okay, can I interject?
Believe,
Sure.
implying that you need faith to know he exists.
All right, I'm gonna interject
He's
now.
Santa, not
See,
Jesus.
I
And,
was late to the game when we're real, as in I was 13 or 14 when I was told Santa wasn't real. I fucking cried that whole day. The whole day, I fucking sobbed my little boy eyes out. My hope got fucking ripped apart right in front of me, and it ruined me for a good like week.
You found
That's
your
so
ultimate
in
despair
character.
form when you found out Santa Claus wasn't real. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I found my
I
ultimate
can't believe that's
despair.
all it took for Junko Enoshima. Anyways,
Yeah, and those giant titties. But okay, what about you guys? How old were you guys when you learned Santa was not wrong for this world?
I don't know, like 10.
I don't
Well,
think I
see-
ever really believed. I just like, oh, cool, I got a Nintendo Wii for Christmas.
I did.
Cool.
I believe.
My
Alright.
parents probably got it because I fucking told them that.
enter my interjection.
Alright.
So I don't really have a solid date on when I stopped believing in Santa because for me, it wasn't really a date, but really a sequence of slow revelations, understandings that like slowly unraveled my understanding of the world. You know, like because like when you're a kid or whatever, you sort of believe wholeheartedly, but when you get older, you start to realize there are certain, let's say, flaws, basic, simple, conceptual, logistical errors with the problem of Santa. You know, little things like why does Santa give to the rich and not the poor, or how does Santa get around all the world at night? And like, you know, I was a learned
If-
man. I read children's books.
If
You know,
if
I-
Santa's
I'm
all
a
powerful,
fucking
why
idiot.
doesn't he stop all evil in the world? Does that mean-
Because
Exactly.
fuck them.
Well,
Fuck 'em
reading all
capitalism.
my
Why
readings
doesn't
or whatever
God,
taught
you
me
know?
my readings helped me understand, like sort of find a rationalization for Santa, you know, like little things like Santa's city in the north. That is, at first it was, you know, very logistical things. Like Santa clearly has secondaries and minor things. I had a little like story in my head at the time about like this story of like this a whole Santa corps of various Santas who go around the world doing various things. You know, the idea that Santa,
Santa corpse.
yeah,
Like core.
oh,
Oh,
Santa
I think
corps.
it's a corpse.
Sorry,
Like a
It's
body.
like
I never
corporation.
learned the
I
pronunciation of.
spaced out and just heard corpse. I was like, what the
Mhm.
fuck?
Sorry,
Okay,
Santa
keep going.
Corps. So there was a whole
Andale,
Santa
andale.
Corps. That whole story of like, you know, a newbie to the Santa Corps, and she was like all energetic and giddy to go, but like she wasn't really good at being a Santa thing. It was a cool little thing. I might do something with it one day.
Sexy. It's kind of quirky. It's kind of quirky, yeah.
But
Mhm.
over time though, I started realizing that those answered some of them, but not all of them. So my theories and readings became more elaborate. You know, Santa is a concept created by cultures. You know, cultures influence reality through creating these. It was this elaborate universe in my head that the idea that Santa was sort of a concept born out of the love of the hearts of people who believed in him. Ergo, every culture had their own respective concept connected. You know, the idea that Santa is more in the actions themselves and the physical presence. That Santa isn't just like a thing that always gives you presents. Sometimes it acts through good things happen to you. You know, eventually start exaggerating the level of it was like Santa is representative through the relationships of people, and that therein is the magic of Christmas. But as I kept making these rationalizations for myself, layers and layers over the increasing sort of well of contradictions or whatever that was welling up, eventually I had come to the realization that although I had found a system that was perfectly rationalized Santa's existence in the universe, at this point I had rationalized the need for a Santa at all. And at that point I realized that even if I still wanted and needed him to be real, I couldn't believe in a Santa anymore. And I don't know, the realization hurt me, and I don't think I ever really recovered from it. But it was subtle, you know. I didn't cry or anything. It just felt empty that there was a Santa before and there was magic, and then there wasn't. I believed in magic for a really long time in my life, and I don't know. I think I still do.
Okay, okay, good
open a
metaphor
wound,
for
This is a
tears
draw
in
my
there.
life
I
podcast. Like
fucking
what?
tore open a fucking scab, blood spurted out. I tell you that much. Well, I was
No.
an idiot boy, and I just kind of believed what I was told, and it ruined me. Go on, Wooden.
Well, the thing is with believing in Santa Claus and Father Christmas for me is
Daddy
that
Christ.
it was a gradual thing, but unlike Odd, it wasn't like I didn't get a piece of paper and write down, why doesn't Father Christmas shit his pants when he's going all around the world or whatever the fuck. it was more of a like. Hang on, yeah, that doesn't make much sense. And then I just slowly, I didn't care. It's like it didn't really matter, and I slowly just said, "Oh yeah, it's my parents. Who gives a
I
shit?"
cared a lot, and then I
Yeah.
fucking
Because
cried.
because for me, at least in my family, the Christmas isn't Santa Claus and the presents. Christmas is, man, this is a nice feeling. Just standing around here, this is epic. That's
I really
Christmas.
like my
So
family.
the realization that the guy with the beard isn't real didn't take away from the Christmas experience, if you know what I mean.
I guess I always felt in my heart that there was after Halloween and before. Some people would say the first, but my Catholic slash Spanish heritage would tell me the 12th Epiphany. Put that entire period of a couple months as like this genuinely magical part of the year, where like anything could happen, and I think that was an important conceptualization that I had early. And I think, I don't know, part of the detachment that sort of defines me is now kind of comes from that, like if magic isn't real here, maybe magic is real in the imaginary world of ideas that is the mind. And that maybe through those and through this form of story, magic is in itself can be conveyed and performed and acted through.
It's
Yeah.
lovely.
That
How
that
gay
yeah,
you
or
are,
magic isn't real and you have to deal with it, mate.
Tyler, we're both fucking Chunibyo asses. You know this.
Oh.
We're in
I
the
think
same
I
fucking
always just
boat.
kind of bought into the idea mostly so I wouldn't get yelled at for not doing that. So I wouldn't be like the one, like I was very much a stick in the mud as a child, so I'd like, oh fuck, I don't want to like ruin it for everyone and get beat. I'll just play along with it.
God, this
And then
is
when
just...
I got old enough
Sorry.
to not care, it's like, okay, well no one cares anymore, so I don't have to be attacked anymore.
God, fucking that. This is just one whole metaphor for theism, isn't it? Jesus.
Okay,
Yeah.
not theism then. Peter, tell us about your incest cousins and your various stories of madness.
Okay,
Regale us.
it's a
Please,
tale.
regale us.
So this
Yeah.
was the Christmas of 2016. It was the 27th, so Christmas Day came and passed. Boxing Day came and passed. I'm in my
Boxing
fucking
Day.
pajamas at like
Yummy.
3 in the afternoon eating cereal, and then my parents come in like, "Hey, we need to go to PEI, Prince Edward Island, eastmost Canada, to clean out my dad's stuff. Your grandfather, like, didn't he die like 15 years ago?" Yeah, but we're cleaning out his stuff today. Don't worry about it. Don't ask questions.
Merry
Just consume.
Christmas.
Don't ask
Okay.
questions, just
Hey,
consume.
do you mind spending a week of your Christmas break just being away from your home, being on some shitty island? No? Fuck you, you're going anyway. So, I get hauled down to PEI. I'm miserable because I'm missing my Christmas break for this bullshit. And then basically, I had nothing. I had no role. I didn't know any of these people, so it was just my parents sitting with a storage closet. Well, I just like walked around looking like that one fucking Mike Wazowski meme, him just standing there like, what do I do? And a bunch of my relatives, I don't know how they're Mormon. They're fucking crazy. My parents know them because we rent a cottage off of them that belonged to her great grandfather. Like, I don't know who the fuck owns it now, but we just kind of rent it off them, so we kind of have to interact with them. Point is, they're fucking crazy. Like, I told you about the fucking random great aunt. Told you that racist ass story when I was just standing there waiting for a storage closet to be cleaned out. And there's just so much shit they've done. I'll tell you the fucking incest. I'll get into it. I don't care.
Alternatively
yes.
named
And,
the story of
PEI
how
is really
he lost
fucking
his
poor. If you're not
virginity.
a farmer or a fisherman, you are dead. You are a corpse. So, my granddad had 6 siblings to work on a fucking potato farm. And one of these siblings, got married. I don't know if they had any kids. I hope not. I don't want this bloodline to exist. And for whatever reason, the wife divorced that guy. Guess who she married afterwards?
Her brother.
His fucking dad.
Oh no.
Imagine being
Yum.
cucked by your father and then entertaining the possibility of children. No normal person has to say, like, there might be some incest in my family. I don't know. Because most people don't have fucking subhuman ogres from PEI as their relatives. So that was my Christmas break. While everyone was dealing with crying that Santa wasn't real, I was crying because I might be an incest baby.
What do you mean
If
you?
the
might
ocean
be?
wasn't as cold and
Incest
fucking frozen as it
baby.
was, I would have flung myself in there.
Jesus shit.
We almost got stuck there too. Like there was so much snowfall, the bridge almost closed.
Oh
My dad was
God.
not having any. He was like as angry as I was, so he fucking floored it as fast as we can. Like 5 a.m, just fucking pedal to the metal home. And I
If it's any
can't thank
consolation,
him enough
bro.
for it because one more second in that awful fucking island. Holy shit.
If it's any consolation, bro, I don't think you came out looking as badly as incest babies would, so you probably aren't.
Yeah, I don't have a club foot and I'm not dead at 19, so that's a plus. I might have sickle cell anemia. I don't know.
You did it. You
Sickle
win.
cell anemia is like
It's like
probably
anemia
not.
too.
Don't worry, bro. I'm from Bristol. I probably am also inbred. Don't worry.
You're from where?
It's an
Bristol.
England meme. England gang, rise up. No, it's like the part of England I was born in and my grandmother's from. Is what we would like to call an incest-heavy area, if you know what I'm saying.
Woohoo.
Oh,
That seems
boy.
very literal.
There's
If you
sometimes
know
where
what
I
I'm
like
saying.
I hope it's just
I
the
do.
entire side of my mom's family will just fall off the family tree and die.
To get cut off by a chainsaw.
The family tree? Do you mean the family ring?
Yeah, the family
The family
cactus,
circle.
whatever. Yeah, the
Family
fucking
Family
family,
triangle.
the family Yggdrasil, the fucking world tree that just goes in loops in itself.
It looks like a
Jormungand
fucking
is the
Mario
STD
Kart
on it.
track map.
You know, when Odin hung himself from the world tree, that was just a metaphor for AIDS that's going to affect my family line.
Yeah, that's fair. I get that. Listen, I have a few family stories. You guys want to hear my family?
Yeah, sure.
Sure.
Shoot.
Alright, I have an autistic cousin. I'm gonna start the story off by
Hello,
saying
it's
that.
me. I'm the autistic cousin, by the way.
Crate is going to cut
No,
funding to
no.
everything we're doing.
No, she's a woman, and she's a
So am
female.
I.
Yeah, it's the same as yeah. But so she's starting to beat up her mother a few times now, and they're thinking of putting her in a home. And I don't know what the fuck I'm gonna do about this because my mom was like, Tyler, you should help her. I'm like, what the fuck do you want me to do? I'm 17. She's like 24. She was like threatening her mother and like using a knife to try to kill her in her sleep. I'm like, what the fuck? It's really fucking funny, but also the worst.
Noted.
It's like
Should I ask if she has tard strength?
yes.
Okay,
Yes, she
yeah,
does.
good idea.
It's scary
That's like
as fuck.
you get by default.
Yeah, it's like
you're
a default
kind of at a
trait.
disadvantage.
Yeah, like she's fucking like 6'2" or something. I don't know how or why. Her father's like a fucking land whale, except he
Well, there
doesn't
you-
move. He doesn't go out of the house.
He's an anchor to the ground. He's a
He is.
beast
He's
whale,
the one
bro.
keeping the Earth from flying away. It's not the other way around.
You think if you throw something at his waist, it'll float around him because he's got his own gravity?
Yeah, he has his own gravity.
Gravitational pull.
Yeah, he's got his own gravitational pull. Ha. Also, I remember one time, they have a farm, so like they're Hicks. They're all Hicks. The autistic
yes.
family. Yeah, Peter knows all too well of my plight here. Yeah, it's just like fucking asinine to deal with them. I fucking hate them. Like, cause she always like, Tyler, give me a hug, cuz, and it's fucking drives me fucking crazy.
Thank you for that.
I'm like,
Elvis
no
Bump fight.
thanks, no thanks, get fucked, idiot. Like, no thanks, I'll pass. Haha. Yeah, dreadful every fucking time.
Right.
Like,
So, does anyone else have any family? Going to substitute my straight Shota story from around this time of year.
Your what?
Oh yeah,
I never told you the straight Shota stuff I was involved in.
What?
Okay.
What?
So
Oh no.
picture this: I am 11 years old. I am in 6th grade, and
Yeah.
I'm being invited to an older boy's party because
Oh.
my friend, who is
Oh,
also
no.
11, was invited. It's like, you get to bring one friend. It's like, okay, I'll come along. And it was just like just down the road in the cul-de-sac. So I walked on over. This was like it was a big boys party, an 8th graders party. These kids were 13.
Bro.
You
Bro.
know,
Bro,
it was
you made
crazy.
it.
There
Bro,
were
you
girls
made it.
there. So, my 11-year-old brain was like, holy shit, my mom doesn't allow me to have girls over. This is crazy. And we were all herded in this dude's basement.
Oh,
And my friend,
Sounds great.
who was
I don't
invited,
this way anymore.
Jack, he thought it would be an epic and red-pilled idea to start taking off his belt and straddling people.
Oh
I just started whipping people, and then, something you gotta understand, me in 6th grade, I look fucking repugnant, so it would be funny.
no! Everyone
Let's
does.
get Peter to dance with the older chick, and then, they can fuck or something. That was his train of thought. And I'm like,
Fuck.
and then it's like, no, I'm not doing it. And then, I get fucking filleted a couple times with a belt whip. It's like, yeah, okay, fine, I'll do it. So, I'm
no.
trying to slow dance with this older girl. She's like 13, 14. I'm fucking 11. I can only imagine just the shock and anguish of this fucking parasite that is me holding on to her. And I'm just thinking, oh god, I hope he doesn't whip me with that belt again.
Bro, she's
Well,
a
the
MILF.
dude, I don't know what. Excuse me?
She's a MILF, dude.
She's 14. I hope she's not a
Yeah.
MILF. I mean, considering the area I was in, she was pregnant at the time, but it wasn't my kids.
Shit.
At least that's what I'll say in court, but,
Yeah.
it wasn't
you
me.
know.
It wasn't me.
Wasn't
So,
me.
I think she didn't even get my name right. She fucking thought I was she gave me some animal name, either because she thought I looked like that animal, or she just didn't respect me. I don't know. And then,
Don't be so hard on yourself. Maybe she gave you a pet name because she thought you were adorable in a non-threatening way.
And then I
No.
got sprayed down with a hose and thrown into a pool. It was kind of crazy.
What the
Oh.
fuck? Why'd you get sprayed with a hose?
I don't know. Why did I get invited to that party?
I don't fucking know.
So, my first real life experience with straight Shota was pretty cool. It happened around this time of year. It was also no snow. You couldn't even fucking
Merry
tell it was
Christmas.
December. Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas, you get to fuck.
Woohoo.
That's your gift.
11 years old and already a father.
It's need and seed.
Anita Sarkeesian? Real?
Hell yeah. I
Hey,
think there's
babe, what a
actually a
breed.
curse on my soul around December because every year something bad happens to me or an extension of me and my family.
Yeah, it's your family tree. It's like JoJo's. That's it.
No, I
Like
wish
sugar.
I wish I was Jonathan, because then I would be fucking dead with a purpose.
That's
Then I'd be
true,
rich.
but also dead.
Bro, and you
Then
get to
my life
hang out
could
with
mean something. I could
Speedwagon.
kill an
Haha.
overrated vampire.
You also get to hang out with Speedwagon, bro. Haha. Speedwagon, am I right, bro?
Speedwagon. Haha, Speedwagon.
Oh, I get to fuck my heterosexual life partner. Excellent. Does anyone else have any
Yeah. Does
family
anyone else have
stories
any
of the
funny
holidays?
stories? How about you, Do you have any weird, funny stories? Ha-has? Do you have any ha-has?
I mean, I have a lot of stories. I'm just not really sure. I'm just not really good at finding the haha funnies, you know?
I can show
yeah.
you a haha funny. This is I'll
Let's hear those
retire after
funnies.
this one. How my grandfather almost died and I didn't know at my house. So this was last
Wow.
year, actually. For Christmas, I had gotten a pair of headphones. They don't even work anymore. Fuck Turtle Beach, anyone who makes them. But I got them. So my thing is, I'm gonna go downstairs and test these, which is leet speak for I don't want to fucking talk to you anymore. I'm going downstairs and waiting till you leave. So I'm just on YouTube playing a game for maybe an hour and a half, and then I hear a knock at my door. It's like, oh, who's there? My dad's there. It's like, hey Pete, you hear what happened upstairs? No, what do you mean? I heard nothing because I had headphones in. Well, about 5 minutes after you left, your grandfather passed out, went unconscious on the floor. We tried to resuscitate him. The ambulance came, defibrillated him, got him up, and now he's upstairs waiting for you. It's like, excuse me? You pulling my leg here? You telling me he almost fucking died and I wasn't aware
The
of it?
literal definition of the no, he has AirPods in, no meme.
Yeah, I had my AirPods in. My grandfather almost fucking died upstairs. How I didn't hear his fucking withered body slam into the floor to begin with is another topic in itself. It's like, okay, I almost lost 2 grandfathers in like the same time frame. What the fuck? Second of all, no one came downstairs to tell me. Like there was like 30 other people in my house. No one thought, oh hey,
And you
Peter's
fucking
downstairs.
hear.
Maybe we should like knock on his door. Hey, your granddad's dying. You just chose to leave me in the dust. I could have gone
Happy-
upstairs to get a drink and see a fucking corpse.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas, your
Faggot.
granddad's dead. No, it's Christmas. He'll come back. He'll just come out of a cave in 3 days. Don't worry about it.
Yeah, sing Jesus. Baby Jesus.
Oh.
The one and only. What was that say for? Wood? You got
No, that's how that was me dealing with my fucking headache, bro.
Fuck your head. Suffer.
Fuck you.
No thanks, game
Go
boy.
fuck you.
I could be real. I'm going through this and I'm getting to realize that, like, for whatever reason, the actual holidays of the 24th, 25th, and 31st for me tend to be just really chill. Like, they tend to be pretty uneventful in general, you know?
Yeah. Like,
Like,
I'll
they're
tell
just-
you something.
at most, my mum and my dad have a clash on what music to put on Spotify. Which is
It isn't that
basically
there aren't, like, tensions and dramas. Most of them revolve around
Guys,
people that
you
aren't
guys.
me. Hmm?
Guys, I have plans this Christmas. I'm gonna do a thing, but I can't really tell. 'Cause the
Yeah,
person
you've already
is gonna
told
be-
us you're gonna do
Shut-
that.
shh, shh. They might be listening to this. It's gonna be a haha, big funny, big funny.
Why are
Very
you
That
recommending
noise.
anyone, especially that person, wink wink, this?
Wink, wink. Oh,
Hey, to that person, to that someone out there in the audience right now, why are you listening to this? Signed, Otterty.
To that person in the audience right now, you're awesome.
have some chalky milk.
Yeah.
Had some chalky milk.
Is that your
Felt
plan?
great.
You're gonna give him
Thanks,
chalky
Chuck.
milk?
Yeah, I'm gonna give him chalky milk. Thanks to Reddit. Thanks to the gold kind stranger.
Alright.
Here, Wood, I have a hypothetical for you. What if you woke
Okay.
up tomorrow and I was waiting outside your door and I was wearing I was wearing the Reddit mascot as like a costume. I was wearing his like skin. I fucking pelted you with gold bars. Like I fucking crippled you with gold bars.
Yeah. I'd say thanks for the gold, kind stranger.
Thanks for the Reddit
After I
gold.
cripple you,
Yes.
I
Well, what
fucking
else am I supposed to do?
cry for help.
Why would I cry for
Remember
help? I have
is,
already
like,
gold.
I just think
Dang.
about last year in 2018, before 2019 or whatever. I remember I don't get tipsy too often because I'm just you know me.
Boy, drunk odd be a fucking gift.
Oh, I
It's
love
the
being
exact same as regular odd.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Handy,
Somebody else
were you
say,
part of Handy?
"Oh,
Were you part of the you were in you're part of the role the RP thing, right? The story that we were telling.
Yeah.
Yeah, all
Yes.
right. Who are you in that?
I
was
didn't
the robot.
participate.
Handy, I mean.
Oh yeah, sorry.
It was the robot man.
Oh, yeah.
The rabbit.
No, I was just pointing out or whatever that like one time when I was writing one of those episodes, I was like I think the pre thing before the story itself actually started, I was like actually off my ass out of it, but like I wrote exactly the same, and the story came out mostly exactly like you think it would, just faster.
That came out better than it would if you didn't have it.
Sure, but like I'm like largely the same. It's just I'm looser, so to speak. You know, I'm just my movements are less coherent or whatever. I just remember one night or whatever, that night or whatever. I was just like my sister, or whatever. My parents are like very laxy daisy with these sort of things or whatever because it's like like how do I put this? The culture down there, down home or whatever in DR is very like
Orlando under.
it's
Down
the drinking age there is like freaking the age of 4. So like as long as you aren't giving it to a literal baby, it's fine. So like as a result, my dad especially doesn't really give a shit. So we'll be like, "Hey, it's the holidays, kid. Here's beer," and he just kept doing like, "Here's the holidays. Here's beer. Here's the holidays. Here's beer." And then I was like, "Okay." Anyway, it's
He's
about 1 a.m. in the morning.
holidays and beer. Here's the
It's
holidays.
around
point to
1
the
a.m.
holidays.
It's around
It's
like 1
big.
a.m. in the morning. Everyone's gone to sleep after the thing happened or whatever. It was just a family get together. No one was actually. It was the family, the actual family at house, watching it on
The
TV.
real family.
Everyone went to bed, and I was just like stumbling around. I took 2 incredibly terrible selfies of myself while stumbling around the bathroom,
Do you have
and
them?
I was like, "Wait a minute,
If you do,
no."
we need to put them in the episode, Odd. We did dox you for this episode.
Exactly, no.
Damn,
So,
okay.
for the purposes of that, I don't have them.
Um,
But
yeah.
anyways, I remember posting them, and then, like, later on, I woke up the other day or whatever, and I was like, "Did I put these on Snapchat?" I put them on Snapchat. I didn't. Nothing was posted next to them, and not gonna lie, I look good at anything, but you know,
Before
Well,
2018, anyone wants to tell me they got a crush on me? Otter T.
no. Bro, I'm gonna be real here. I'm bisexual. I feed and seed. I fucking suck, but none of you know.
Disgusting.
But
Kind
none of you know
mother
how to
here.
test your luck.
You're kind
riddle.
Muslim here, gay boy.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, well,
Uh,
I have an idea. Anyone could answer. What is
Alright.
either the most disappointing or worst Christmas gift you've received?
Oh,
And I'll
boy.
give you an example. When
My
I
life.
was maybe 10, I wanted nothing more than that big ass Lego Death Star. It was totally unrealistic. Like, it was fucking $500. I would never get it. But one day, I found this big ass square box that rattled exactly like Lego pieces under the Christmas tree. And let me tell you, I was fucking pumped. So I opened that shit up, and you know what I found?
What'd you find?
Lego
Water
box
slide.
table.
A
Are you
fucking
fucking-
water slide. An inflatable water slide.
Have fun with your
Base.
fucking water slide. In the middle
First of all,
cunt.
it's winter. You fucking idiot. Where's the water, bitch? It's fucking ice.
It's nice
Second
slide
of all,
now, retard. Get fucked.
that was the one bit of hope I had in me, and you couldn't even let me have it. Was it too much to ask?
Would have you felt better or worse if it was a different bit of Lego?
It would still be Lego. It could still be used in this season. I can't use a water slide in the winter. It doesn't stop snowing until May.
Here's
My
a
perspective.
hot take. My
Okay.
opinions on clothing as a Christmas gift have changed over the years. From
Everyone
I used
has.
it used
Oh, I
to be
think it's
like
totally
I hate
different.
clothes, and then it was I love clothes, and now it's like
Eh.
just let me buy my own things, or at least like give me money to buy things.
It's a solid It's not
Like-
bad, but it's not
Like
good.
I do like how like over winter break or whatever I can revitalize my sense, make that keynoteness. I really wish I pushed in more like selfies here because like I have a good sense of style. This is me humble bragging. I just brag actually. But
Sure.
I don't know. I like getting clothes from Christmas now. I wish I could have more control over what ones it is because sometimes it's really good and sometimes it's really bad.
Yeah, like you're not
That's-
gonna. You gotta get some kind of
Alright.
fucking ratty.
And then you have to
ass
play
shit.
and then you have to play the returns lottery.
Oh
Listen.
yeah,
Oh,
that's a thing there.
what if I got you a Rick and Morty shirt for Christmas? Would you consider it?
I knew a
Alright.
fucking. Hold on a second. This isn't Christmas related at all, but
Fuck
I
it,
knew
I'm-
this. The worst fucking guy I know. I've told you like not the podcast, but in private to the on the Discord, various stories about some of the weirdos that at like my at
Oh,
my dorm.
yes. Yes, you have.
I've told you about I've told you about the guy who like pissed in a bottle and then poured it out the sink,
Yeah,
the public
that's a
sink.
fucking
That
piece of
king.
shit.
I've told you about like the 3 or
The
4 guys
Ruby
who have walked in. No, not the Ruby person, the Ruby people. The multiple people who have walked in at different
The
points
Ruby
to defend the
people.
It's a
show.
clan.
Ugh, it's a fucking bunch of goblins.
Look, I'm in the alcohol-free dorm, and although I like some of the kids there, I'm going to leave as soon as I can, actually, because some of the people there are a
Pissing
lot.
bottles.
I didn't do that intentionally. I was gotten there randomly, but I made a lot of good friends there, so I was like, all right, you know what? I wasn't intending to be here, but if I'm doing anything crazy, I can just do it out of the dorm anyways. But a lot of the people around are just, anyways. So I'm watching it.
Awful.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
But I'm this one fucking dude. I don't think he lives in the dorm anymore. I think he moved, but his girlfriend's there, so he comes back by every so often.
Ugh.
He is the most Reddit ass motherfucker that I have ever seen a person
No.
be. And this is
Yeah.
beating the piss bottle, who unironically says things like Elon Musk is wholesome, or Keanu Reeves this, or Unga Bunga, I hate the Chinese government. Let me check right now. Actually, Right now, Danny DeVito is his is his profile on Discord.
Oh, that's really original. I like
That's
that.
really quirky of him. Oh my god.
He's the guy.
That
Who,
is actually cool,
I
that's
remember one time he came in and like said something about like, "Hey, who's your favorite Overwatch character and why is it Widowmaker with a penis?"
Dude, that's funny. Futanari XD, bro.
It's hilarious. I love when you talk about your fetish as a joke, you fucking creep.
Epic. I love.
Anyways,
popular
so
first
he is not the most Reddit person I know. That is this dude I'm talking about. Right, this is this other dude I'm talking about. He is. Let's see. He wears a shirt called. He wears one of those like I speak a language called sarcasm. Only some people get it.
I'm gonna
And like
fucking beat him
the
up.
National Society of Sarcasm or whatever.
I'm gonna
all that
beat
Dude,
him
I'm
up.
so
name
sassy and
Sheldon Cooper?
sarcastic.
What he would used to do or whatever is that like I have a terrible sleep schedule. You guys know this, so I'd be up in the lounge for a little while, and he and this other guy I'm mostly friends with would just spend hours ranting about the most weird, obnoxious philosophical,
Sounds like me.
pseudo-political trite. Just ranting about like because. So here's the thing. He is one of the most like stereotypical, like hard-on atheists you will ever meet. He just has all these rants about God and Jesus and evangelicalism. Turns out he actually grew up as an evangelical, so he just sort of turned his
Big fucking surprise there. Wow.
Wow.
Mhm.
Who would have guessed?
My entire faith is based on getting back at my dad because I'm bitter.
Yeah. And so that's his whole gimmick or whatever. I just remember one specific time, or two specific times. Number one, he is the only only other person to ever say the N-word to my face. Not about me, not referring to me. No one's ever done that. But he was
How odd.
There goes Hell.
Did
Oh,
you
Hal
give
just
him a
left.
pass? Your pal.
well, he was
She's back.
Oh, he was talking about I think he was talking about oh right, he was talking about fucking Blazing Saddles as like a movie they would never make anymore. And I remember the part where like the guy looked at something, I don't know, I don't remember the line itself or whatever, but it ended in the N-word. And he just was saying it or whatever, and I was he didn't seem to be aware. Like I don't think he was doing it
I
intentionally.
forgot you were
But
black like you did that one time.
I do that frequently actually, but
Yeah, I know.
anyway,
They still
no,
believe me when I tell them that.
he was, and while he was doing that whole, and I was just, oh, I didn't know how to react to that, and then I just kind of kept happening. The second time is one day, I think it was the day the epilogues came out actually, because I remember
The day out of breakdown.
not the second part, no,
No,
the
that was
first part of the
Homestuck
epilogue.
too.
Oh yeah.
No.
Whoopsie.
No, I had a moment after the epilogues too, but this is like the specifically this is it was 413. So just the first part came out, and I was trying to get some room so I could have a VC with Ken and you guys. Or just Ken at the time, I think. And so I was around, and how do I put this? I was around, and I'm trying to remember what exactly I was talking about. Oh, right. He was there in the lounge, and so I just needed to get him kicked out so I could just have some room to myself because I couldn't find another room that was empty. It was like a tour day, so they were going around from room to room. And so he was like, "Oh, hey." I don't know how the conversation came up, but I realized that it came down to I had to convince this guy that Rick from Rick and Morty, Richard and Mortimer, was a bad person, not an anti-hero.
He's autistic.
Well, aren't those two things the same thing?
No, like he's genuinely convinced that Rick and Morty is like Rick is a morally gray person.
Stupid, so whatever.
You could argue that, but
He's a
be
But that's
kind
what
of
Joseph
wrong.
he has done
Whelan
some
said.
genuinely indefensible things, like he has unironically killed trillions.
Yeah.
You know, Rick Butterfly over here.
Like unironically, he's gone through the whole. He's obsessed with Rick and Morty, does the whole 9 yards. He has a girlfriend for some reason. Cool girl, anyways. I go play D&D with her.
How much do you think he pays her?
Cuck him.
He's just one of the most bizarre specimen I have ever met in my life, and I hope to never meet someone like him again. As much of an inevitability as it is.
It's a weird gray area to be in between
He's also
and normie.
He's also hardline libertarian, and he lived like right in the same dorm as the hardline black conservative, who I know more than one of, and this hurts me.
That's like Eminem versus Kanye. Holy shit.
I know multiple black conservatives. They are fucking insufferable. Or no, one of them is the coolest dude I know.
Homophobe. Yes,
One of them I know is the coolest dude I know. But the other one is just like this really genuinely unbearable dude. But whatever, enough about him. But they lived together or whatever, and so like they had a big Trump flag, and he was like all about like I just believe that people should think for themselves and not do what the Democrats say all the time. And
Yeah, I think people should just fucking.
Hmm.
I too believe in democracy, right, guys?
I believe in the demo
Well,
majority.
I
as
think
well.
maybe deliberately because of him, like that was around the same part where I started to be like not just more openly lefty, but like I started to embrace the
I don't.
half homo more.
I wonder if I'll ever get a chance to talk about how my dad is literally a fascist.
What?
Whoa,
I
you
wish my
just
dad
got
was
this
a
fucking chance, boy. Tell us. You can't just say that. now.
Fucking.
Oh,
Well, that isn't much to say. My dad's a fascist. He's really
How?
got into
We
it.
can talk about another episode. This is a holiday episode.
Yeah,
Remember?
exactly.
We've
Right,
already drifted
okay.
far enough from the topic itself. All right.
Yeah.
Let's
that-
rein
okay.
ourselves back in.
Back on the
Yeah,
present topic
yeah,
of
back on
presents.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
By the way,
For
the
presents
topic of
best
presents
presents, best
being what you
presents.
were going on about, or
I
how
don't
my
know if
dad's a fascist.
I don't know if it's the best or worst present, but I was gifted Super Smash Brothers Brawl as a kid in like 2009 or whatever.
That's the
or
shit right
2010.
there.
That's the
Well,
shit.
it's the shit right there, but I'm also pretty
Best
sure it
Smash
directly
game
ruined my
ever.
life.
How?
Smash Brothers introduces me
Smash
to
Bros.
Zero Suit Samus.
so after Smash Brothers, I start doing two different things. Number
Jacking
one,
off.
Cocaine?
what?
Jacking off.
No, that comes later. No. I start number one. I write fan fiction. I make a fanfiction.net account. You can find it online. We'll talk about that
Oh,
later.
I'm gonna.
Now is not the time.
Oh god.
Fuck you, on.
I'll post it here later if you want to do like a fanfiction reading day.
Yeah, we can record that.
I
too.
would
Oh.
fucking love to. That's
Oh,
my
I have
shit.
my
That's
own
my
fanfic.
bread and butter right there.
Talk about this
Well-
because I have a brawl story too.
The second
I'm a right fag. You think I haven't made fanfics in my youth?
The second
I.
thing, though, is that it brought me to GameFAQs.com to discuss Smash Brothers Newcomers, which is in and out of itself a life-ruining thing.
Yeah.
This is
fair.
also around the-
no.
I'm pretty sure this is also what brings me into Kingdom Hearts, although I'm not certain. It's one of the things that brings me into Kingdom Hearts
Join
because
Smash, guys.
Ironic.
exactly, it also introduced me to my first online internet secret club, just like this one. I think it was called the Warflame. It was called the Warflame after the
Get in
video
the
game
flame. That's the one from
Warflame is
Epic reference. dude.
Warflame is was like an old Commodore 64 game. Because the thing about GameFAQs is that there are no off-topic boards. If your board was off-topic, it would get deleted basically by the the moderators, the janitors. So like,
Hmm.
if you wanted to have a board just to yourself with just your friends, like a private DM, what you would basically do is you would
Choose
get
an
your
old
friends
ass
together.
game.
Exactly. You choose an old ass game, and then you'd go onto the boards there, and you'd basically spam it out with your friends until the mod just kind of left you alone. And obviously, if the mods found you, it would be a problem. But so that's what we did. It was this little secret club, and all the little like secret members. Like I wasn't really very active there. Like I don't think anyone really knew me honestly by the time I left. But we even had our own little autistic like little storylines about like stuff like I think we had one huge weird choose your like continuing narrative on like the main Smash Brothers. By the way, GameFAQs also okay. I'm getting ahead of myself, but
No,
it introduces me to GameFAQs. GameFAQs and fanfiction are what bring me into number one, fandom culture itself, aka TV tropes.
What about
TV tropes
Homestuck?
introduces me to Homestuck.
Hmm.
And
So
Homestuck
Smash Bros.
introduces
Brawl
you to
ruined your
us.
life.
Oh, it's all tied together.
Yeah, it ties all together in the horrible same way that we are all tied together. This horrible atrocity of a work.
Oh,
Yeah.
you're talking about
Yeah,
I'm
the
fine.
best one.
The spider's one that
No,
is
shut the
choking
fuck
us
up.
all.
Spider like Vriska guys. I get the rest of my typos wrong.
Homestuck. It's been like
Well,
an hour.
Oh god.
Oh,
So,
God,
yeah.
it's ruined.
So all this said, Smash Brothers Brawl introduced me to the concept of, I guess in a symbolic way, introduced me to the concept of like media
Dying.
fan base, fandom as a concept, because before then I liked Pokemon, I liked Ratchet and Clank. I think I played Kingdom Hearts before then, but I loved all these things, but I wasn't really aware that there was a thing you could be a fan of many things of. And Smash Brothers is nothing but a celebration of fan bases, through the power of like all these different miniature franchises. I became aware of franchises as a
I
concept.
wouldn't say celebration. Like loads of people say celebration, but I think they kind of overdo how much fan stuff is in there. like I'm not saying that it skimps out on any like fan favorite media,
Oh, I get you. I get
but
you.
like
It's fucking...
The product's not a celebration.
it's a celebration, bros. It's like no, I'm not into that. I don't agree with that. But like I know what you're trying to get at. I respect it. I just think it's bullshit.
Yeah.
No, I think I can not exactly relate, but I totally get where Odd's coming from with this. Kind of just something introducing you to the wacky world of
Right.
online fan bases.
Yeah, mine was Sonic. My fucking entered
Oh,
shit was Sonic
ooh.
fucking Hedgehog. I got first.
Which game
started
specifically?
playing stuff. No game. It was mostly Sonic the Hedgehog roleplay on Roblox.com.
Oh, that's even
Fucking
worse. Oh, Jesus
Yeah,
Christ.
Peter, you know about this. I got tricked into Sonic the Hedgehog rape.
I-
Roblox.com at age
I'll-
fucking like 10.
Nice.
Oh, I'll have to
It was
tell the
great.
story about how I got introduced to the internet off
How?
recording.
No.
Because I'm not
Oh
sure
shit!
if
No! I just realized. I'm pretty sure that Smash Brothers also brought me into feet. I mean, not feet, but
Feet. Oh,
No, hold on a
feet.
sec. Let me give me a second. Let me. Yeah. Sorry, no, not that.
Oh, I'm sure.
Not today.
Specifically, no, there was this guy on those boards called Captain something. It was some pun of Captain Falca. It might have been Captain Rosalina, actually. I don't know. It was something like Captain Falca.
Captain
Wow,
Equius.
Peter, do this, Peter.
No, actually, the first. This is weird, but the first guy, my first time I was on GameFAQ, I actually got worked into a 3-hour argument with this other guy about whether Quillfish should be in Smash Brothers or not. And it wasn't until the end I realized that I was like not just a troll, he was like the biggest dick troll on the forum. I realized now that I was talking to sort of the prototypical crate type.
Somebody just fucking would
I got baited into arguing against who was effectively beta crate.
bait or bait.
Mm-hmm.
Literal bait. Literal bait.
Not to be confused with 8.
I like how
Who's
we're bringing up
Ert.
Crate here, as if the metaphorical viewer would know the extent of Crate's hijinks.
Crate's a psychopath.
I mean, have you
That's all you need to know. He's a fucking psychopath.
Have you been listening to the the viewer, you've not been listening? I mean,
Anyway,
understandable, but
may I ask a Smash Brothers Brawl related question to you, Otter?
ahead.
oh wait, I didn't finish the look, the important thing is that this guy was horny on main all the time, and
Do you want to fuck the Pokemon?
I mean he probably did. I don't know.
Yeah, keep going.
I guess I'm
Yeah. Did Discord fucking have a breakdown? I can't hear any of you.
No, we're not talking.
Hello?
I think his mic just
His
whatever.
mic just had a bit of a snafu.
Oh, sorry.
Okay, yeah, we didn't hear
What it was doing, it was so the mods eventually just left them alone because he just kept coming back every time after time after time, and I'm pretty sure that guy was the guy who just the entire group basically just went from like being like basically little children to weird whole furry things. That was around the time I started bumping off, but yeah, no, that it was weird. GameFAQs was a weird, wild place.
Wait. Can I ask you what you mean by bumping off?
By whacking
Leave
the
it.
meat.
Why the fuck you call it
Wagging the
bumping?
bishop.
I use weird euphemisms for stupid things.
And I think that's a perfect segue into the question I was going to ask.
Oh.
Do you think in any way that Jigglypuff's final smash may have influenced you?
What the fuck does that mean? What was it? Wait, what's Jigglypuff? Oh, inflation. Yeah, haha, fuck you.
No.
Get fucked, idiot.
I am a Jigglypuff main, actually, or secondary. I named.
Sure. Secondary, huh?
No, he's true. He does play Jigglypuff. You saw that, Tyler.
Yeah,
yeah,
I got
yeah.
bodied by that one dude. I played Ness. I played Ness
the
first,
DDD.
and then
Yeah,
I played Ness first, Jigglypuff second, Mega Man third.
That's right.
Mega Man, that's a base choice. Congrats on
That's
being
right.
opposing
One time I just did an entire match with Ty where I would just keep grabbing him over and over again because he kept fucking countering.
Yeah, and I still would have fucking beaten you if I didn't fucking fall.
The fucking the last day of
Dumb shit.
school in my fucking class, right? There was like 3
Kick your
people
ass for
there,
real
and
sometime.
one of the kids just got his Switch out, and we were just playing Smash Bros the whole day. 'Cause
I'd
the
win.
teachers just didn't give a shit. No, and like I haven't played Terry in my life. This was my first time playing Ultimate, and I just picked Terry and I won.
Based.
Come
Chad,
on.
Chad,
Guess
Hey,
Chad.
come on,
Chad.
come on.
Really bad then.
Come on.
Get
Terry's based
serious.
as fuck. I hate fighting against him because it's so boring, but he's based.
No one likes fighting against Terry. Everyone likes playing as Terry.
I've never
Fighting
played.
against Terry.
I've never played as any of the DLC characters actually.
I only play
Same.
as Joker. I literally cannot play as any other who used to Joker.
That's unfortunate. I'm sorry to hear that.
Ty has problems.
I have problems.
Murray,
Okay.
could you introduce me
Okay.
as Joker? That's
Okay.
Ty.
What? Shut the fuck up! You can't
I mean,
host that
you're-
character, you faggot.
I don't. You do.
You can't acquiesce.
I don't
know
kin
fuck-
acquiesce.
You basically can acquiesce. Shut up.
Okay, functionally kin
Okay,
acquiesce.
we're not
but I don't
making this a
literally
kin
kin
episode. Rein yourselves in.
All right, we're having the kin episode later. I
Okay.
need to have a kin episode for you people. I have too many stories not to tell a kin episode, but we'll put that on rain check.
All right. I got an actually holiday related question.
Oh yeah, it's
I-
the holiday episode.
Are there any like minor strange traditions that you have in your family that just separate you from other families in your respective communities? I have
just
one
food.
where my family likes to buy the biggest fucking tree imaginable, like so big it scrapes the ceiling and ruins the walls, and then makes my parents fight and then try to get a divorce, and then it ruins everything. What's yours?
We go to my grandma's house and it smells like smoke, and I get to see my fucking alcoholic loser fucking uncle who I am more successful at than at age 17.
Yeah, because you go on a podcast and they're not. All right.
No, because he is not.
Hey,
he
telling me
didn't
like
finish high school.
Babyfur podcast isn't like the catalyst to being fucking Jeff Bezos?
The fuck? It's not.
Yeah, she's right.
It should be. Fucking
Like
dumb.
Elon Musk, Big Chungus, and Jeff Bezos run a podcast before they became famous.
Base Big Chungus. Base.
On the Reddit cast.
Do you guys ever think that our children are gonna? Do you guys ever think that like we're gonna ever talk about like being on a podcast and our kids are gonna be like, "Wow, that's so 2010s."
Yeah,
Oh,
it's
my
it's-
kids.
Yeah.
Yeah,
it's just
fuck
like-
fat
it's
Yeah,
fucking
I'm gonna
chance of having
read on,
kids.
sure. Read.
It's just like when our parents talk about being in a band.
Oh god, I
You
wish
know,
my
like,
parents were
my
cool.
dad
All
thinks
they
we're
were,
awesome.
all they were in high school were skinheads. But you know, whatever.
All I know is that my dad was really popular in high school is because he was a successful football player. He had coke once, and that was it.
My dad was the class clown. And that's it.
That's what I am, but like people don't like me.
Not to the
dad
extent
has
he
a whole
was.
bunch of
He got
stories,
fucking
but I
kicked
don't
out of a
wanna get
school
into those
field trip
just
to
yet.
go into a farm by slinging fucking elastic bands on pig cocks. Have you done that?
What the fuck's wrong with your dad? Is he autistic or something?
One, he fathered me, so clearly there's something wrong there.
Oh yeah, of course. I assume so. Yeah.
See, there's
Jesus
tiers
fuck.
to be to this head assery level of clownery. You're scraping the bottom at tier 1. He's on like
Cool.
fucking. He's playing like 90 chess with Alex Jones.
Guys, what's your opinion on Alex Jones and how he says Sandy Hook didn't happen? Do you agree?
It didn't.
Yeah,
Wait, what's
I
Sandy
live
Hook?
near it. It didn't happen. I know for a fact it didn't happen.
It's something that didn't happen. You don't have to worry
Yeah.
about it.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah,
What are you fucking Britannish?
Shut up.
Has
Okay,
anyone here
fine.
had any green Christmases? Like no snow whatsoever.
Every year for
Rain,
me.
Snow does
We have a
not
couple.
Oh yeah, because there's no snow over there.
A few,
You know,
but
like,
not
even-
that many.
Even up here, we have a decent amount, honestly, because it just really schedule. Like
It was
the weather.
close to being green Christmas over here, but like last week we just got a giant dump of snow.
Oh, okay. There's never no snow. Sometimes it is completely
Oh,
snowing.
it's.
You know?
I've been outside like in a t-shirt before on Christmas. Like the weather, the stereotype that Leafland is very cold and icy all the time. That's partially true, but like before January, it's so schizophrenic. It like switches from winter to summer at the drop of a hat. It's crazy.
I wish I could visit England again to see the snow. It's been fucking years.
Hey,
know,
boy,
like,
where
to
do you
see the
live?
snow.
Tell us your address. Dox yourself.
Okay, 1, 2, 3.
Hal, tell us.
Poo Poo Lane.
Dox him. Dox your
Okay.
friend.
MM
long as it's
unironically does have my address though, which I'm scared about.
Oh, you should. I'd be fucking horrified.
She's going to come to your house, shoot you.
And then fuck your body or something.
Yeah, exactly.
Post it-
That was
post
actually
it on
literally what I
Twitter.
was going to say.
Or post on Twitter, just say lol. Post on Twitter, just still caption LOL, faggot, dead. That's an MM thing to do, right? Say lol, faggot, dead, haha. Get fucked.
Well, I think half of us would do that. That's the thing.
Hey, have you guys ever got kicked out of a church before? I have.
I've seen. Ooh.
Wait,
I
give
know
me an
someone who
idea
got
for a story.
kicked out of a church for
Wait.
interrupting a sermon and saying, "Don't worry, Jesus, I'll kill Satan for you." And then you got kicked out.
Did you
Wait, guys.
did you kill Satan for him or not?
No.
See,
Hey, guys, that
exactly.
reminds me. I have this one tradition with myself every year. So that I need to find a way to avoid whenever I go to church because my family only remembers for Christian like Christmas. So I need to find a way to not eat the bread because the bread fucking sucks and tastes like cardboard.
I've never
It makes me wanna
had
shoot
the
my
body
brain.
of Christ.
I
What does it
like
taste
the body of
sucks.
Christ actually.
It fucking sucks. It's like cardboard. It sucks. You're wrong. Fuck you.
It's not the
See,
worst
What
thing
about
in the
the
world.
One of
Things
us
I've
is
done.
the cannibal.
Things
Was it like milk?
No,
Is he a
it's
blue
like
blood?
cardboard. It's like cardboard. Anyway, so like my track record here is I've thrown it into a bush, thrown it down a sewer pipe, tossed it like a disc off a fucking hill.
Like a frisbee.
I'm
Yeah,
genuinely
like
not
Jesus
surprised
Christ.
that you are
And
the way
I
that you.
fucking I just snug him. I go to eat it. I put my hand like near my mouth and I shove it into my pocket and I walk away. I just keep it in there until we get the fuck out. And then I said, like, one year, my fucking Christian grandma saw me fucking toss that shit into a bush, and she fucking went off. She's like, "You're going to hell. You're a bird. You're gonna fucking burn you."
You didn't, yeah, because you didn't eat
You're a
whatever
child
body
of
part of Jesus.
Satan. I didn't eat Jesus.
And then you look up at her and you say, "I'm already going to hell. I like Danganronpa."
True, that is a one-way ticket to hell.
I just said, "Yeah, what's your fucking point?" And she got really mad because I said, "Fuck." But I just remember because like fucking she went off. She's like, "You're a child of Satan." She yelled at my mom. She's like, "How can you let him do this?" And my mom was like, "I really just don't fucking care. Please leave."
Is that why
I
you
don't wanna
tossed
see
the
you."
body of Christ like a frisbee? I don't even think the
Yeah, it
Romans
was
treated
funny
Jesus
as
that
fuck.
bad. You know, they at least had
Listen,
the
I
honesty,
tossed
like
Jesus' foreskin.
the honor to hang him up like a coat. You just threw him on the ground.
Dude, I threw like a.
Your
disc,
grandma
I
went
climbed
up
his
to you and
body.
said, "Oh, you're going to be in Hazbin Hotel."
Don't
I mean,
even
that's a
tease
pretty.
me with that. I was
Jesus
bullied
in
with that
Hazbin
like the
Hotel.
other
What
night.
will he do?
I was
I'm gonna make that
harassed.
meme. I'm gonna have MDG edited. Jesus in
Like, what-
Hazbin. What will he
That'd
do?
be like fun.
You're gonna fucked by the spider. Yeah. I mean, that's all I like it.
No,
I would rather give
please.
Yeah, you'd be able to deal with it. Charlie.
I mean, how would you just be stuck with can't just constantly David Union like I'd be organized.
No, you'd be in Hazbin Hotel. You and you look like this is my voice, my
Bruh.
internet shit, right?
Okay.
No, whatever.
Fair.
No,
Okay.
You have this design. Your entire you'd be like covered with dust all over. Your eyes would be like sunken in with even more dust. Your eyes would be full of.
That's what I
bags
look
of
like
dust.
now.
Alright,
Yeah, but
guys,
it'd be
I'm
dusty.
already my worst self. You can't take
Guys.
me to hell. I'm already there.
You'd
know
have
what
like
my
you
personal
probably have
hell
like a
is?
skunk aesthetic going on for whatever reason. That'd be your furry persona
You know
down
what
in
my
Hazbin
personal hell
Hotel.
is,
Oh
guys?
god. Not only I'd be like Aizawa, I'd be an Aizawa furry. That's
Exactly.
right. I would.
Guys.
And then but you're already down in hell, so you can't do that. So all you have to do is go to Hazbin Hotel and try to get some Princess of Hell coochie.
Buddies.
That's all that's left for you.
Guys.
It's your
My
only
personal
option, dude.
hell- My personal hell.
Hazbin
fucking
Hotel stuck.
I'm gonna
You
fucking
are
beat
Pay
over the head with a
Peter.
stick.
You have been sent to hell. What do you do?
Okay, my personal hell.
Enter
is
Hazbin Hotel.
Fuck you guys. My personal hell is fucking just
Describe
sitting
your
around a
interests
whiteboard,
meticulously.
having fucking Ramona
You are a
Flowers like
very
an
big
ass
fan of.
motherfucker on the other side of a fucking glass wall. I can't do anything. I can't say anything. She's always there. She's always horny. I can't do jack shit. It's Ramona Flowers
NTR,
herself. I can't do anything. It's my personal
anti-fetish.
hell. No, it's my personal hell.
Nice.
I see horny Ramona Flowers. I can't do anything. I
was
cry.
me.
Nobody's around to hear me scream. Dances on the other side like Pennywise. That's it. His head stays in place. He dances around. He has a little jig. It's odd.
Alright.
Right next to
So we
horny
just want to
Ramona
talk about
Flowers.
so you're moving more towards ending this current discussion. Do you want to switch towards end of the year discussions and
Oh,
then
yeah, we
like
should
move
do
on
that.
out? Because after this is
Sure.
done, I'm
Put
probably
this
gonna post
bitch
a
down. I'm
fan
tired.
fiction over, so yeah, I can read through it or whatever
Yee.
in preparation for the next episode.
Yeah. Let's get to putting this bitch down. Alright.
I
my
really
year's
hope
been
it
pretty
doesn't dox
good.
me. I don't think it will. I doubt it won't actually.
It's been up. It's had a lot of ups and downs. It started off really good. Then in May it kind of
Hello?
fucked itself, and then it's been pretty good again. I met you guys this year.
Hold on a
which is
sec.
pretty
We just-
good.
I
Very
started
fucking-
playing Kikiske and
It
Guilty
was my
Gear.
3rd year in Ba. I think that's all that needs to be said.
This is my first year in Ba. We're almost at
Alright.
my Ba anniversary. Like a week.
Yeah, it's my first year in butt, and I've already felt the layers of my skin peel back like an onion. I don't know
Well,
what I
no,
have
that's
left to
not
go
fair
from
to
here.
say because I think you just have the composure of like a peach. You press your stomach very hard, just kind of squish all over.
Yeah.
That's the wrong chat. Oh, oops, I gotta delete that.
No. I've got that. I've got it in my head. I've taken it. I've opened the original.
I meant to put that in the anti-crate channel. Bro, your load.
The anti-crate channel.
The anti-crate
Fuck him.
and
Hate crate.
Crate looks
was
at-
listening to a
Crate
certain
looks at-
faggot. I hate you. Come message me right now whenever you hear this. If you ever hear this, you gay faggot. Fuck you.
Hey Craig,
Dude.
can you please stop saying you hate me, please? I'm very
Crate,
insecure.
say you hate him more. Fuck him. I hate Wood. He's a faggot. I hope he burns. I hope he cries. Haha. Right.
Please.
Hey, crate.
Don't you ever
Crate. Psychoseptic.
Hey,
Alright.
Craig,
Yeah, where's the
please,
holiday
You need
special?
to wake up. This is
You
your
guys
wife
wanna put
speaking.
this shit
To
down
wake
now?
up. This is real.
All right,
Fucking
I can talk a little bit about
Shut up, faggot.
Yeah, let's fucking talk
Alright,
about
so,
about this
what's
here.
the? We'll talk about this for maybe 9 more minutes, I guess.
Yeah,
Try
just
to
9
end it.
minutes.
So let's start with So what do you guys think is the best the real movie of the year?
Me.
It's Joker.
I've seen
That
one
was-
it's
movie this
Joker.
year.
It was a rhetorical question. It's
Uh,
Joker.
I've seen.
Yeah, Joker's pretty alright.
Did Spider-Verse come out this year?
What? No.
Last year, I think.
Oh,
Late
fuck.
last year.
Okay, that's the only.
The only movie
I
I've seen in
Oh,
theaters
okay.
was Endgame. That's it. I don't watch movies.
I think my favorite movie this year, fucking no shit, is Dragon Ball Super Broly.
I never saw that. Was it really that good?
It's really fucking good. That shit was sexy as fuck. The animation's so good, it made me cream. I watched it shit like the moment it came out in Japanese on Pornhub.
Never get Dragon
So-
Ball. It's like, bro, I just watched 50 fucking minutes of these dudes fighting. I just
Yeah, it's
can't.
fucking annoying to get into, but it's fucking good if you like it.
You gotta grow up with it, I assume. Which I
Yeah, you
didn't.
do.
It's
Yeah,
an
you have to have a
fucking
specific
You
kind
You
of
gotta
autism.
grow up with it, meaning you have to stay cringe as you were cringe before. Get cringe.
I hope you fucking
mean,
die, you little fucking homestuck. you.
It's true. I have abandoned most of the things I grew up with because they were cringe.
I have not.
I haven't
no,
either.
I
I still
have,
like
I have.
fighting games. Look at me go.
I think
Yeah.
that the best movie of this year has definitely been Hazbin Hotel.
Yeah, I agree.
Feature
Yeah.
length.
It's really, really
Hazbin
good
Hotel.
and super funny.
Like,
I mean,
Especially-
honestly, Hal.
The white one makes funny
Wait,
joke.
I raise you guys this. Guys, each of you interview. Why do you think people fucking hate Hazbin Hotel?
well,
you go
because
first.
Because it's
I wasn't
bad.
close about that. It's-
One at a
No,
time,
Let me explain. Let me
Alright.
say. Okay, people hate Hazbin Hotel because they see a shit fan base in the making, and they preemptively say
Already
that
exists.
stuff.
Not in the making. It already
No.
exists.
But listen. Okay, how many Hazbin Hotel fans do you know of?
None.
Half of this fucking chat, for one.
That's different. That's different because we like it ironically, therefore it's okay.
No, it
Do we?
doesn't.
I think it's funny
Liking it
that you hate it.
ironically does not like.
You know what he means, though. You know what he means, though, Peter. He
I
means
really
like
don't. I really
what he
don't.
means by that is like it hasn't become the point
We're
of an
not
epidemic where
FNAF.
it hasn't become like an epidemic across the internet. It just become it hasn't like become like the autism that everyone has to speak
Oh no,
of,
it hasn't
you know?
like inspired a real world hate crime yet, so it's okay.
Yeah, but it will get to that point, and that's what
Well,
we're
yeah,
trying to
Will we
say.
get to that point? Because literally everyone hates Hazbin. Because like the primary fandom demographic, aka Tumblr, doesn't like it because it's about edgy. Don't like gay people. Am I right, bros?
Can
And
we get a
then
quick prayer in the
not
chat for
good.
Lich missing the entire voice chat because he was in Blender?
F.
That's
And
L.
well, shut up, Hal. I love Hazbin Hotel.
No,
There's
no,
not a
it's
part of
like-
Hazbin Hotel I don't
care.
enjoy.
It
I don't care
legitimately makes
how
me
much
angry
Odd
just
bullies
thinking
me
about
for
it.
Charlie. I'm not watching it. Okay?
You fuck Charlie. You fuck Haru.
Huzzah! Emerges ex mortis!
Hey, Odd,
This is-
Odd,
oh,
back
wait,
me
what?
up. Odd,
Welcome
back
to
me
the-
up.
Oh.
God damn it. It's the
Talking about-
Christmas episode, none of you guys fucking pinged me.
It's
wow.
a Christmas
Hey,
miracle.
sorry,
You came
Lich,
just when we were
you made it
ending.
in for the last like 10 minutes.
Oh.
Yeah, great.
Odd,
should've
back
been
me
sucking
up.
my own
Hazbin
dick.
Hotel is
Okay.
basically
I'm gonna back him up. I don't think today is the day to have the whole argument about whether Hazbin Hotel is good or not. I do fucking love it. I love a lot of what it
Here's
does.
an argument.
I think it's
It's-
great.
Oh boy, we're talking about
I genuinely-
All right, all right.
Husband.
I don't know if it's been talked about, but
Oh boy.
it's Nightmare Before Christmas a Halloween or a Christmas movie? That's what I asked.
It's both.
Okay.
both.
It's both.
What happened? What my parents are actually giving me the intellectual
It's a
property
Hanukkah
rights
movie.
to Hazbin Hotel this Christmas. So
Ooh.
expect some
Guys,
official Hazbin
It's
from
Hazbin
me.
Hotel, a Christmas movie.
It should be.
God, is it? It's like
Yikes.
Die Hard. It's like Die Hard.
It's Die Hard. It
I
takes
just-
place. I mean, hey, Christianity is canon in the world of fucking Hazbin Hotel.
So I don't know if you guys have seen the
Christ,
Torah.
isn't it?
Well, I would think so,
fucking-
seeing that hell exists as an
That
I
means
implying that
Christ
hell does
exists.
not exist in other
No,
forms.
applying
Okay,
the fact that in Hazbin
retard.
Hotel,
Yes.
hell exists. That means Jesus is canon in Hazbin Hotel. I should Jesus.
Bruh,
I should
but
Jesus
the
like,
better
What do you
What?
mean? This isn't, guys. You don't even have to like take it that far. Of course, do you realize why apples are part? I don't know if you guys fucking watched it, but apples are part of like Charlie's whole motif.
Yeah,
It's her family
Fuck
crest.
off.
yeah.
Fuck
It's-
off.
It's the apple of Eden.
I
You
hate you.
fucking
Shut the
idiots.
Fuck up.
I've
And
seen
Jesus
again.
is canon. Is not a
I don't
cold
give
take.
a
Spoilers,
rat's
Okay.
ass what her
Palpatine
fucking
dies
crest is.
again.
She's fucking
But
stupid.
nobody
and I
gives a
hate
shit.
Bibsy Pop for putting her in.
See, here's the
Oh yeah,
thing about.
Lichzim,
see-
everybody. He's here now.
See, here's the thing
Hooray.
about Hazbin Hotel. One
Yay,
last thing.
I made it
Well,
in.
let Wood speak.
You
We're
did
trying to.
it.
And then
We're-
we're probably
like-
gonna be done in like 5 minutes. So
Let me
I'll,
just-
Yeah.
count
let
me
me
as
just
a
get this out.
cameo,
Let me
not
get
a
this
cast
out.
Yeah,
Would-
talk,
would
talk,
speak.
boy.
Let me get okay. So Hazbin Hotel, right? I enjoy it, but I don't have a favorite character, which is strange. I think
What
it's
about Doomsday?
I like the ambience and the feel and the taste it's going for.
Now,
Not
I
because
want to
it's
say
too-
this. I want to say
Okay.
this real quick.
Well, I want
Uh,
to finish this, bro.
When you
okay?
edit this,
okay,
when I appear, put in the fucking TF2 teleport sound.
Yeah,
That'd be
do that.
funny.
When I appear.
Dark,
that'd be
this is a
funny.
message for you when you edit this.
Dark
All right.
green SPO.
Yeah,
back to
fuck
every
you, Dirk.
birthday.
Yeah,
So back to
fuck you,
Hazbin
faggot.
Hotel.
So I don't have a favorite character. The ambience of it appeals to me because it's like someone trying very hard to be edgy, and it doesn't come off as cringe. It comes off as endearing, and I don't know why. I don't know
Fucking
why
hate
to me
that about
specifically.
Here's all right. Here's my take.
It's
I'll
cringe
say-
Chino.
I'll answer. That's a great word for it, but we'll get back to that. So first, I'm going to answer both questions in one. First, the question of why people hate Hazbin Hotel, and two, my thoughts on it. I think the reason why it really doesn't take very well to Hazbin Hotel is because I don't think
They hate it because gay people are in hell, and as such, they think gay
Based.
people go in hell.
Anyways, Lich.
yeah.
It's just like it's- Ty, stop looking into the mirror. It's unhealthy. It's narcissistic. Anyways, the important thing to understand about all this is like, I genuinely think that it just doesn't really fit into any of the established niches of internet culture, so to speak. You know, it doesn't.
It is a creepypasta cartoon. Bullshit.
It isn't
Yeah,
a.
yeah, yeah.
It isn't a 4chan cartoon. It isn't a Twitter cartoon. It could have been a Tumblr cartoon, but Tumblr isn't really part of the culture anymore, so to speak. You know,
No,
it's
but
a
it
lot more
couldn't be a
softer and
Tumblr
fluid.
cartoon because it hates gay people.
It doesn't fit into any
It's true.
established niche of culture that would easily readily accept it. What it does instead is speak back to, for example, for Tumblr and Twitter specifically, an old shame, you know? Like it calls back to like 2011 Tumblr.
I also get a distinctly Newgrounds kind of vibe from them trying to break the
Yeah,
rules.
That's because a lot of the fucking people on it were Newgrounders.
exactly.
Originally.
It feels like a cartoon that could not, and to a degree maybe even should not exist these days. And I think that because it doesn't, like, I guess my reasoning is that, like, I feel like a lot of the opinions we take on pop culture and stuff, Twitter and Tumblr will frequently frame these opinions through the lens of social justice because that's just sort of the lens they use, you know? That just, it's, I won't get into that too much.
Yada,
Doesn't
yada.
need to. You already know what I'm
Yada,
talking
yada.
about. But talking about this though,
Oi, oi.
What
Oi,
it-
oi.
get the fuck out of here, JoJo fans. Anyways,
Yeah.
As
Yada,
a re-
Bruh,
yada.
oi, oi wasn't a fucking JoJo reference.
Okay, keep going, idiot.
Good, he done
As-
it.
as a result, it calls back to
Gatase.
it calls back to what was that about, like old shames and there's something else. Whatever. It calls back to an old shame of DeviantArt culture that they wanted to ignore. And because they justify everything through the lens of social justice, they justify it through the lens of like, oh, it's bad because it's sexist or racist or homophobic. But these wouldn't be as big offenses if the show itself looked and felt more like something that they would be into.
Yeah,
Because it's something that no one
Steven
feels into.
Universe.
Everyone feels okay with taking a little bit of the piss of it, you know?
Yeah. Like
It's
even
bad.
it's
Okay.
and like
Shut up.
but that's what I appreciate. I guess that's also what I appreciate
Shut the
about
fuck up,
Hazbin
Tyler.
Hotel, because I guess what I want to say is like, and we'll get about more into this about with our decade in
you why
review episode whenever that comes, hopefully soonish.
Yeah.
We'll
Is
do it
that
after the Ben 10 episode,
mhm,
which we have to do.
mhm.
Fair
Be
enough.
real.
Yeah,
Okay.
especially now that those like Ben 10 recap videos are up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Back to what I was saying though, like
Yeah.
I love Hazbin Hotel because there is not that much else out there like it. Because I'm just, I'll get this more in the decade review, but I'm kind of done with 2010's animation. Like the styles, the tropes, all the weird ways that the various fandom websites sort of cultivate their own self identities about how these cartoons look and feel. I don't really need to see another Gendy cartoon or another Lauren Faust cartoon or another fucking Sugar cartoon. You know, Hazbin Hotel looks like nothing else I've ever seen outside of a fever dream from one time going into DeviantArt when I was 11. And as a result, I feel it's, even if it's very heavily flawed as with its writing and production and delivery, there's a very strong sentiment behind it that makes me feel confident that if at nothing else, next decade you're gonna have people still trying to do new, interesting things with the medium. You know?
Yeah. Like another
just
thing
feel-
about Hazbin Hotel that's really cool is, well, okay, it's not really
You
cool,
know-
it's just a bit cool.
Do you want to know something nice?
Is it's
Come on.
like, okay, so I like
Ty.
Skull, right? I like Skullgirls, right? So I'm in the Discord for Beowulf mains because I main Beowulf, and the
Mhm.
main moderator on there has a Radio Demon profile picture, and everyone takes the piss out of him for it, and he fucking takes it
Good.
because of course he does. Everyone calls him a fucking faggot. He's like, yeah, I like Hazbin Hotel. What of
My
it?
taste is garbage.
Yeah, my
Mhm.
taste is garbage. I can accept that people make fun of me. It's like they're in on it. It's
I don't know.
I don't know.
If you say
I-
Big
the-
Mouth is better than their cartoon, they might piss at you though.
The
I'd
word,
fucking
like,
hate
the,
that, so if they said Big Mouth was good.
They posted the
We need a
fucking
Big Mouth episode for
big
Babyfurcast.
Hotel Big Mouth there.
it's the cringe Kino
Yo,
concept,
Big
sort of
Mouth.
like, it's sort of, you've gone beyond the point of, like, there are two options to the concept of cringe. One, you polish every single thing you do and make it so incredibly polished that it's hard to take the piss out of, really. And then the other way is you go so far into your own feelings and sentiments that you make something that everyone can take the piss out of, but you still like it anyways, you know? Hazbin Hotel something that I guess it's sort of like, I guess this is a weird political thing, but it's a metaphor. I'm not making any points here, but I think that politics going forward is going to be sort of like everyone is either Obama or Trump. You know, you're either like Obama where you polish your image, you watch someone. Someone either like with Obama, someone looked probably read over everything he wrote. Someone checked everything. There was a lot of effort made to making sure that Obama had a very cultivated Obama sphere. Thank you.
Are you?
Obama?
Both of the fucking same idea.
Or you
But,
can
like,
make
there-
Donald
Obama's
Trump,
the
which
Chaos
is
Emerald, bro.
Or you
the
can make
Chaos
Donald Trump.
Emerald.
which says, "Sad, my son couldn't even get the first Chaos Emerald in Green Hill Zone.
Like
What a
Donald Trump.
disgrace."
Donald Trump is on the same level as he just screams about everything all the time, and everyone has everyone can find at least one thing wrong with
Fat
Donald
Alfred
Trump,
episode
but he
1.
doesn't give a shit because
It's
that's
like
his whole
Glitch.
thing. At a certain point, you
Yes,
collect
I'm a
so
genius, I
many L's
know.
that it sort of
Yeah,
For
sure.
just the
loops
fucking
around
Fat
to being
Alfred episode,
W's.
unironically.
And that's the thing with Hazbin Hotel. Everyone has something wrong with it because it's really easy to take the piss out of. But when you have so many things to take the piss out of, after a certain level, it sort of loops back around and nothing can stick.
Okay. Has been discourse over.
Thank God.
Yeah, this
Alright,
is supposed
you
to be a
guys wanna
holiday
start finishing this
episode.
shit up? I'm fucking tired.
All right.
Mhm.
So,
Alright,
any
guys,
last
this
thoughts
was
on the
a-
holidays before y'all sign off?
Yeah, I think Christmas
Sure.
is good. I like presents. I want my
Uh,
fucking Vita, and I want it soon.
Yay.
I think
What if
I
we made
enjoyed
Christmas
the
and Halloween
break
the same
from
goddamn
work
holiday?
more than the
I'd
actual
love
holiday in
that.
itself, but it's a
Yeah.
time to get merry with your family and friends. I think I can appreciate that.
I can vibe with that for sure.
Mhm.
I
Wood?
plead the
Vibe,
fifth.
limo.
I already have everything. Well, I never got to talk about the Spanish traditions of
Yeah, talk
fucking-
about your Spain traditions. You
Okay,
Talk
You
about
talked
fucking
about
Spain.
Hazbin Hotel,
Hold
but
on a
not
sec,
the
hold on
thing
a sec, hold
relating
on a
to the
sec.
fucking. Oh my god.
What?
Priorities.
I guess if you want to if DG wants to cut out that whole sign off bit, we could always talk about the thing that Wood and Peter clearly have left to say.
Alright, sure.
I don't really have that much left to say, honestly.
All right, sure.
was-
DG, retcon it. Wood, get into it.
retcon that. Yeah, use your
Retcon that
retcon
fucking shit, idiot.
or don't. or
John, go
have
fix
that
the
as,
past.
for the Patreon.
All right.
Put all of this
3,
in.
2, 1. Fuck you.
Okay.
Die.
Okay.
So back in the day, back in the day being a decade ago, I can seriously say that now. But
Ew.
instead of the main present bringing canon of Spain being Father Christmas, good old Saint Nick, the word.
Saint Dick.
It used to be the three
Epic.
wise men. You guys remember the three wise men? Minor
Oh
canon.
yes.
Yes.
I bring you myrrh.
They were from Jesus.
Murder.
Duh, Judas.
Judas.
So basically you leave your shoes out and it's based on
Someone
Saint
sniff 'em,
Nicholas.
someone
They
sniff
put
'em.
stuff. They sniff them. They
Beep,
put
beep,
some
beep.
money in them or whatever.
These are the
stuff.
three wise men. They're not feet sniffers. They're men of God.
No, they aren't.
They're
better-
both.
Yeah, exactly,
Those-
they're
those
God,
aren't-
they're-
They're
Those aren't
both.
mutually
Can't
exclusive,
disprove
mate.
this.
Anyway, so it used to be the three wise men, but due to globalism and all globalism,
Cut that
we
out,
started
sorry.
adopting Father Christmas more and more. But that's not the important thing.
Yeah.
The important thing here is that here in Spain, every 5th of not January. I forgot what the first month is called in English because I don't talk about months in English. much.
January, yes.
January.
January, yes, the
Yes,
1st
it's
of
January.
January, the 5th of January. There's a parade in the night where you see the three wise men in the little floats throwing fucking rock sweet candies at everyone, right?
Rocks.
Herd candy.
Hard candy, those ones, yeah. So
Yeah,
the-
yeah, they put them at
actual just
children, right?
rocks.
They just
yeah,
fucking
you throw them
put
at
little
children, and
soft
the
spots.
children die and they bleed on the floor, and then all the Moroccans come around and steal all the
And then the
candy off
Mexican
floor.
cartel shows up.
The Mexican cartel doesn't show up because they're on the other side of the planet, retard. Fuck you. Fuck you.
Get
Sorry.
fucked, idiot.
Spanish
I
cartel.
mean, do you doubt their ability? Crackheads can do anything. They can cross the ocean on foot.
Fucking don't doubt
Hey,
it.
Jesus, that
Actually.
shit.
Yeah, if Jesus can do it.
It's a holy day. It's just as Odd believed. December and January are months of magic and fortune. But yeah, and it's kind of sad to see that my culture in quotation marks is being erased, and I'm not,
Replaced.
replaced by Santa Claus. Ho ho ho! Fucking hell.
Coca-Cola. Drink our fucking Pepsi.
Dude, that has to have the three
Coke
wise
Gaming. Oh wow.
game. Wait a second, gaming. I'm into it
Gamer
now.
sex.
If
Yeah.
it's
I'm
Coke
into
game.
gaming.
fucking anyway, yeah.
You're running
Not
off
only
topic.
that, but we have like weird foods and stuff like polvorones, which are basically just like dust that you squeeze in your hand so it like stays in shape, and it's nutty, and you eat it, and it's really nice. And
Yeah,
like,
so you got
and
nutty
like,
things, huh?
Isn't that just duck poop?
No, it's cum. It's duck cum.
I mean,
No,
dust is mostly
We've-
dead skin rather than
it's
shit.
we've also got like turron, which is almond,
Turrones.
like almond
Almond.
peanut butter, but in a cube. And you eat that, and it's nice.
Spherical, haha, right, guys? Haha, funny.
Thank you, Jake and Josh. Not
Drake and
Josh.
Josh.
thank you, Drake and Josh. Very
Thank you,
epic.
Angry Joe.
Like I
Joe.
don't know. Spain has all this dumb bullshit where it's completely different, and I guess that's like the Catholic coming through, but it could also just be geographical stuff. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know any of these things, dude.
No, yeah,
DI
Yeah,
but
it's
like-
kind of
here.
complicated to try and rationalize, but you felt the receiving end, so to speak.
Yeah, but like Spanish, I mean like the country of Spain, like mainland Spain, because like but when people say they're Spanish, it's a very broad term that refers to like a bajillion things, except when I say it, because when I say it, it literally
It's
just means
the
I'm
traditional
Spanish.
definition of
Say,
being
there's a
from
difference
Spain.
between being Latino and being Spanish.
Okay, Latino
Yeah.
means you're from fucking
Latin.
Mexico downwards, and then being
means you're
Spanish
from
means
Latino.
you're from Europe.
Exactly. That's why I
Same
said there's a
Same
difference.
brown, right, guys?
Oh,
Haha.
fuck off. If I'm brown, then fucking Italians are brown, and that means
Fuck,
Mario.
that means I'm brown.
Got him.
That means you have an N-word pass.
Fuck yeah.
All right. Anyways.
Hey,
I
anyways,
need to
I,
shut
I
our
think
shit
that's a
down.
decent enough cutoff point, no?
Yeah.
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 This is a Christmas episode of Babyfurcast. Signing off.
Hey.
I'm Tylor.
Don't forget to
I'm
pray 5
Lichzim.
times a day.
I'm the guy who joined
Shut
in
up, idiot.
late
Yeah, it's Lichzim. I'm
because I was
Tylor.
too busy sucking my
Fucking
eye and
yourself.
fucking doing
fucking
Blender shit.
Modeling some tits in Blender or whatever.
Yeah.
No,
I'm
I was
Tylor.
modeling
That's
shit for
Lichzim.
Pro Evolution Soccer 2016.
Alright, gamers, we're signing off.
Right.
all right.
I'm
this
Peter,
has
and I
been-
will not go to Hazbin Hotel, and I will not have sex there, despite what anyone says.
LOL.
And I
this
will
is
continue to make a mod for Pro Evolution Soccer 2016.
What are you adding?
Lichzim, you signed off like 5 times this episode.
What are you adding into Pro Evolution Soccer? It better be something funny.
Oh, I can
He's
fucking
adding
show
in
you when
me.
it's done. I can actually show you when it's done.
Anyway, good night, everybody. It's
Good
night.
The episode
Night.
over.
Good night, and enjoy your
Good.
holidays.
How do we
Except-
Happy
fuck?
holidays.
Merry Christmas to all and
put the
all a good
Ben
night.
10 episode
Wait.
in my tune.
Fucking
How
It'll
do
be
we
right
make it
after the
leave?
Fate episode.
Craig.
Fuck.
No.
Voice activation. Craig, leave.
Yeah.
No. Fucking no. Oh, DG's gonna have to cut all this shit out.
No,
Let's make
We're gonna
funny
keep it in.
noises in the meantime.
fucking idiot.
Actually join.
Yeah, I've got a really funny voice.
That's a funny noise, bro. I can relate.
That was nice.
Ay, Dios mío. Yes, I think we did pretty good. Too bad
I
it's still
don't.
fucking recording. I don't care how. Your opinion doesn't matter, femoid.
Okay.
Okay.
Hey, if this gets used in the final episode, can you guys just edit fucking...
No,
Can you
no,
guys
we're not
just
using it.
edit a GIF of Luigi dabbing?
It's GIF,
on
idiot.
screen?
Fuck you.
You know, if you no, he's saying GIF because if he doesn't say GIF, DG will get all butt mad.
Yes.
Did you get butt mad at anything? Fuck him. See that, gay boy? I'm talking to you. Message you.
Hey
You hear this?
DG, put a funny image of a.
Ironically, I am a
penguin
gay
on
boy.
screen.
Yeah, I'm sure you are, ironically.
GG, vocaled all of our voices this entire episode into Megalovania.
Hey DG, could you please put my home address on the screen for 1 frame? Thank you.
No,
For like
guys,
5
fucking
frames, can you put on an
me.
image of
Please,
Nagado
please,
Komaeda?
Fucking hell. because we really need a fucking roll for this shit. Like, we need that fucking shit passed out.
I'm
Like,
going
this
to
is
go eat some
project.
berries.
Have
It's
fun
been
with that.
very nice meeting you all.
Me too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, eat them berries.
Oh, bye, Wood. I love you.
Also,
Oh, okay. We have to leave the channel.
How? Wait.
Okay.
Okay. Are we moving to random shit?
Goodbye.
Okay.
Yeah.
No.
Ooh.
Leave the channel, you fucking idiot! Get out! Fuck
God
out!
damn, you ruined me singing fucking Scatman.
Fuck your bit. Get out!
It was all a ruse. I'm the master ruseman.